Well, I decided to make a sequel to my Doom video, more or less to practice my elocution skills because I don't think I did very good the first time. I think I was a little bit confused about what Doom technically is, and I ended up playing Minecraft. So, I Doom is not Doom 2, I'll tell you that much. Doom is it's a game. So I figured we ought to play that game. And to that end, I gotta drag the right things for GZ Doom to work. I figured I'd play from pistol start, which means I might, be having a new experience that I can experience with you here, but read this. It says, yeah, no. But no, I discovered Doom back in middle school. Yeah, we gotta turn the settings on to the right settings too. Can't forget that. GZ Doom's great. I actually worked for the company that the original author of Z Doom, the precursor to GZ Doom. She worked for that company I worked for, which is pretty cool. I didn't talk with her, didn't work with her. The company's big company. If you know, you know. So we gotta turn free look off. So we're not allowing free look specifically, and then following that, I think we have to turn like compatibility settings to strict or something to Doom strict. Yeah. Now this is Doom. It has a tendency to overheat on my computer because my computer's crazy. Let's see if I turn up the brightness. Are you happier or unhappy? Alternatively, the battery on the camera could die and result in me having to restart. Thankfully, I caught it pretty quickly. I was kind of just watching the stream for a second there. But yeah, I've been a Doomer since middle school. Not in the nihilistic sense. That only happened in high school. I kind of became a Doomer, but I've been playing the video game Doom since middle school, off and on. I was obsessed with it back then. I bought Doom and Doom 2. I started with Doom 2 actually on the Xbox Live Arcade on the Xbox 360. And it's just a fun time. It's just simple arcade. Everything that I really wanted in a game is just kind of present. Of a simple sort of hop in, shoot some demons, die a little bit. Evidently, talking and playing is a challenging experience. So you have to give credit to the less players who are able to sort of do that horizontally at once. Like I just died on the first level. I mean, we call it ultra violence, but nonetheless, how do I even restart? I've been a Doomer since middle school, and yet I don't know how to. Oh shit! You can change the HUD. I forgot about that. Let's say we try that again. Maybe I'll edit this out of the video, so my epic Doom fails compilation doesn't like go viral, more viral than me. Lord knows people love to play some Doom. Hideous. I'm playing hideous right now, though, I'll tell you. But generally speaking, I tend to like two different styles of games, broadly speaking, and that's the first being just the arcade hop-in type game, the other one being like a story-driven type experience. And atmosphere is important to me in games. I certainly don't really like strategy games very much, or like puzzle games. I mean, I bought Baba Is You, and I tried to play through that because I thought that had a very unique concept. And that one's good, I give that one a pass, but I wouldn't say it's ever going to possibly rank into the aesthetic category of what I want in a game. It's cute. It's a cute game, but it ain't Doom. It ain't me killing demons and Yeah, but I'm not really explaining myself properly, and that's a recurring theme I like too. If you want to talk about that, but the I don't even know who is my audience, right? It's like you kind of every now and again you're gonna encounter existential dread if you are self-referential, but I realize that life is just a self-referential thing as it is. I mean, it's just defined as not being dead. Just like in topology, an open set is, or the closed set rather, is the complement of the open set, and therefore the open set is the complement to the closed set. It sort of plays off of itself like that. How do I do this? I can get out the window there, right? There's another secret I'm missing. There's a secret counter, right? Yeah, already there. So I gotta trigger this thing. Yeah, there it is. There we are. Oh crap! What was that, dude? I missed something over there. Oh, there, motherfucker! You're an interesting one. Here we are. But I've kind of identified with Doom. I think, we kind of all identify with the art that we consume. And I've had this long-running project of writing down every piece of media that I've ever consumed for my life. And I started that in 2019, and trying to say, like, what can I remember? What did I get out of this experience? And I ranked them, and I do that whole thing. And I've been doing that for years, and one of the striking things that I've gotten out of that recently is actually that I don't really remember what the point of it is anymore. But that's sort of, again, the theme of self-referentiality. Like, that was me. At one point in time, I came up with this. I came up with the idea that I'm going to write down everything I consume and sort of try to derive value from this compilation of things, of just my experiences, and sort of it ends up being a sort of identity tracking tool, just because and keeping a journal too. I should clarify, it's also I have a journal in the same sort of Google Drive that I'm keeping it all in, and I'm trying to download that off of Google right now to put it on a flash drive, but I keep wondering, why am I doing this? Like, I thought I would look back on these things fondly, but nowadays I don't feel like I have time to really reflect on it. I don't want to reflect on it. Like, I don't even identify with who I used to be anymore, and it's bizarre kind of looking at that. Like, I thought, oh wow, I want to track this story myself, but I really don't care, dude. I'm not that hot shit. Like, and so I'm making this video kind of ironically, despite the fact that I'm speaking more sincerely. But it's just like, dude, who gives a shit? I'm not saying I'm worthless. Like, that train of thought has been there, unconsciously. It's always been there, but like I'm equal to everyone else. I am equally just a subjective sort of body experiencing itself. Our minds are subsets of the universe. I think Einstein said something to that effect, right? I mean, he was wrong talking with Niels Bohr about some things. At least I think a lot of people agree that Bohr sort of won the quantum battle. So, but I'm convinced that there's something, there's more to the quantum realm that we've really explored. And so I asked my chemistry professor recently, like, what's your experience with quantum mechanics like? And she said, yeah, I had a little experience, but we didn't do much. And then she reiterated that, the fundamental point of quantum mechanics is that you can track the location of the electrons, or probabilistically track them anyhow, and just be like, oh, we think the electron's going to be here. And I'm like, okay, how does that relate to chemistry? Well, it's the electron, right? And she said, oh, I didn't really use that in any of my classes except for P-chem, and then of course, what's P? Oh, physical chem. But it's like, can you like hyper optimize an equation to play off of where the electrons are positioned and have it occur faster? Because she also said that the point of chemistry was to kind of have optimal reactions. And then, meanwhile, well, we're not doing that quantum mechanically, okay. And then I was like, well, yeah, the movie Oppenheimer, and there's absolutely a reference to how quantum mechanics work there. I mean, we split the atom using quantum mechanics, and so yeah, I'm not really fully satisfied with that answer. And it's a silly thing, right? In the movie Oppenheimer, or in the literal events too, it's kind of cringe to call it. In the movie Oppenheimer. No, in the story, I mean, they used they used quantum mechanics like to split the atom at the end of the day, and then you also had just a diagram on the whiteboard in there of like a stoichiometry type equation or a reaction demonstrating the reaction in there. It's like, all right, so I don't know. I just think there's so much potential in there still. I just feel it right now without having done much research. It's like, they're doing quantum computing, right? That's the next thing. We're not making a bomb this time. We're doing quantum computing, just to doing that. No, that's just going to break cryptography, right? That's one of the ideas behind that. But now I'm interested in that certainly. But I'm thinking like, what's this quantum entanglement thing? So I've been going through my book, and there's the mathematical model of sort of how that works, and just you have you have uncertainty, and that's when the two linear operators, they they commute. When they commute, it's when they don't commute. Then you have uncertainty. You can't track one or the other at the same time. Now, entanglement, on the other hand, is when you have, well, I guess the simplest case that I went through so far is when you have, say, you're entangling like two bits, then, where am I going here? I didn't get any of the other keys. Was there an entire other section where I just didn't go into? Or did I? I must have. Yeah, if your quantum operator is a product space operator, but it can't actually be created by the product of your two other operators. So like it can belong in like grammatically belong in the space, but doesn't compute as a product. That means you have an entanglement between the two things. So that's when some funky shit happens, as I understand. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to just dream big, and ultimately my current philosophy, my whole fundamental reason for being is to sort of live for the arts and sciences. I think, on the faith that some profound discoveries are yet to emerge, in specifically quantum mechanics. Computers, AI-ish. I mean, I'm a little jaded with AI too. I think we're all kind of a little bit over it, but ChatGPT is fucking amazing. I've learned that's an educational tool. Like that is like the best search engine ever. And the math behind it too is incredible. I don't know it very well, but it really all of this. I mean, linear algebra, representation theory. And we're talking about this AI business. Like, linear algebra is fucking amazing. I only really started to appreciate it as I kind of explored these spaces independently as a hobby. But fuck, if I can fit in a university somewhere, I have a degree, 2 degrees. But it's nonetheless, it's like I can't do this as a career, and so I'm kind of just frustrated. That's what I'm doing. That's what you hop in, shoot some demons. And then there's the loneliness too. That's the other thing. It's try to avoid that as much as possible, because as much as I want connection, I fucking despise it on the other side of things on account of I don't even know. At this point, really, you can dig and try to do a root cause analysis forever, but you're never gonna know what really makes you tick. self-referentiality. I want us to be able to scientifically pull apart the brain and model it with some sort of a machine of perfect replication of your body. I mean, they're talking about that in the medical world. If you can model your actual brain in there, it's your protected health information, but and you can cure every disease you have perfectly if you can perfectly model yourself in the right monster closet. The first monster closet, actually. Alright, buddy. Wow, the darkness looks really cool in this, I can't even see, dude. How do I get out of here? Oh, this way. Oh, we got the blue key now. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't actually die getting out here. You die if you go down the other section. We didn't leave any way to get up, I don't think. And by that I mean Mr. Romero, the goat. Or is John Carmack the goat? We don't know. I'm going to be. I bet they fight each other. They're big dick energy all the time, bro. Like, it's like, this is what I want to do. I want my own Wikipedia page, dude. That's if I can contribute to the arts and sciences like that. But what do I do, right? I can't do math, I can't really do the science. I can explore it, I can talk about it, it's fascinating, and I can kind of understand it, but it's, what I'm trying to do is trying to come up with, developing the skills to actually pioneer in one of these fields. Pioneer in the arts or the sciences, right? What does that take? That takes you going against the grain a little bit. I don't think anyone's really convinced about, the quantum mechanic potential for, futuristic technology. I mean, besides quantum computing, I don't know. I'm not even qualified to speak on the topic. I'm just saying there's something's going on there. We're due for another scientific revolution. Like, with the technology we have, it's time. When you have the brain-computer interfaces, but then that's all swamped with politics. Elon Musk has his hand in everything. We want him to be the real Tony Stark, and I was a believer too. I was a believer for a while, and I don't know, something happened where I'm just like, this guy sucks all of a sudden, and I just don't, I want to know who these unsung heroes, that's what I want to think of myself as. I'm just an average dude. I want to think of myself as an unsung hero, but I'm not doing anything special yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, right? And is that good enough? Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say I'm ahead of the game, right? And I'm grateful, I'm proud, but I don't want to brag. It's just, I don't want to do that. But I deserve, I deserve not praise per se. I haven't done anything. I deserve the same thing everyone else deserves, and that's, compassion, love, patience, kind of, all the normal things, and just, you can get in that headspace and I'm deprived of that because of various reasons. We all have our things, right? Where is the shotgun in this level, boy? I forget if the demon likes this level. There's a shotgun. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna die if I don't have that. These imps are kind of dead. Actually, since I've got no idea, have I been auto-saving? I have. Oh man, that's exhausting. I've resigned to working every day. Now. There's more that I can technically be doing right now. I'm not even procrastinating per se. I'm just sort of strategically I don't think I can shove much more information in my brain right now. I don't. And it's not especially challenging. I feel like I can pull it off what I'm trying to pull off. Which is just it's freshman level biology. It's intro level. Just like the chemistry course. And I took 2 years of chemistry already. At the very basic high school level, and then AP chemistry. Didn't pass the exam because I'm a scrub, or I was a scrub at the time. And that's what I'm saying. It's like I've grown. Don't I have something to be proud of? My work ethic is insane right now. And it's just toxically intermeshed with avoiding any type of relationship, friendship, romantic. I'm not avoiding colleagues. Right? That's what my therapist. I can tolerate I'm sitting next to another kid in my shirt having a good time. And just, it's like, oh, really good day, perfect. I still don't know who that person is. I don't want to hang out with them outside of my shirt. I don't want to, it just makes me sick thinking about it. And that's how the attachment style is. Fuck.